What's up, guys? It's Netta here. coming at you with another video. This time I figured I've done enough videos to kind of do a tag now. So the one that I decided to do was the get to know me tag, of course. Just, basic, because again, it's just like, who am I? I can say all I want, but still at the same time, a little bit more, I guess you can say. So I'm kind of combining two. I'm doing the get to know me and the TMI tag in the same. So some of it is intertwined with each other and everything. So let's get it cracking. Oh, before I forget, my shirt. First, let me do this too. On the lips. Ellery, ColourPop, Stilo, and Netta. Of course, had to get Netta because of me. So, I have that on, and then my shirt. Let me show you my shirt. My shirt, Get Some. It's by my brother-in-law, and I will leave all the description and information down below. And let me show you the back too, because I had the back custom made. We with the custom. Is my favorite Bible verse, Jeremiah 29:11. So that's what I have printed on the back. So yeah, I love this shirt. I've worn it so many times. I love it. And it's not, you don't have to, this is the OG shirt. This is the original thought. He always says get some, that's his phrase. And it's just like, what does get some mean to you? For me right now, it means get some self-discipline with things I want to do in life. So that's where get some comes from. What do you need more in your life? Get some self-discipline, get some inspiration, get some motivation, get some workout powder if you're trying to work out. Like, get inspiration, get motivation, get determination, get purposeful. What do you need to get you going? Get that. Get some God. Get some Jesus. Amen. Whatever you need, get some. And I love it. You just don't have to have the basketball on it. You can change it out. He has done Colin Kaepernick shirts. He has done breast cancer shirts. He has done so many. And I've seen him do sorority and Greek shirts, and it's baseball, football, whatever you're passionate about. And also, again, custom made, whatever you want on the back, and he'll do it. All right, so make sure you support, check it out. And again, his information is in the description box below. I have the questions and stuff there, so let's get started. What's my favorite color? Is it bad that I have 5 favorite colors? I always tell people I don't have one favorite color. I have like 4, and I think I've added another one since then. But they've always been black, red, blue, and green. My first best friend, my Chatty. We're still friends. She's my best friend. She's my best, I should say, but she's my sister. Really and truly, we met because our grandmothers, had to back that up. Our grandmothers were best friends. And so we met that way, and we just happened to be months apart. So, and she is, my brother-in-law makes the shirt. So, but my Chatty, we've been strong over 20 years. 20, that's a long time to know somebody that's, outside of family, but yeah, we've been best friends for 20 years and still rocking and rolling. Hey, baby. Cats or a dog? I'm a dog person. Don't get me wrong, I have friends that have cats. They okay. Like, I don't know, I like dogs, but I grew up around dogs. When I was really born, my family had a dog named Blackjack, and he was a Doberman Pinscherman, and I grew up around him till he ran away. And then we had pit bulls. We had Sugar, then we had Cookie, and yeah, after that the dogs stopped. But I've always been a dog person. My favorite subject in high school, English. English was my favorite subject in high school. I love to write, side note. Not script write or anything like that. I like writing like poems. And I used to do a lot of poetry and things like that. I entered poetry contests and things like that, oratorical contests when I was younger and in school and things like that. So English was always my favorite subject in school. Even then in high school, you could, when you were in 12th grade, you could be a teacher's aide. And I was a teacher aide for my 11th grade English teacher, Miss Dunn, and I miss her so much, but it was one of my favorite things to do. I love English, love. Even now, I still love English and I love poetry and things like that. I like creative writing. What's my favorite drink? I don't have a favorite drink, and then also depends on what kind of drink you're talking about. Let's see, favorite depends on what kind of drink you're talking about. I guess I should say if it's just a regular drink, because I mainly drink water. Like, I'm on a fast right now, and now water is starting to become gross to me. But beside that fact, I mainly drink water. And besides like maybe the occasional tea or something like that, but I mainly drink water. Outside of that, if I'm craving something else, Sprite. I would say a Sprite would be the next option, but it has to be carbonated down like that. Now, if we talking about the 21 and up drink, if we're talking about that, oh goodness, a mojito. A mojito is always kind of my go-to. And also depends on what kind of mojito, because I've had cucumber mojitos too. Those are good. My favorite animal? That's a good question. I never thought about it. Well, okay, not to say that I never thought about it, but recently, this is so off the wall, but dwarf hamsters. Dwarf hamsters are, they're so cute and they're so adorable. And then they're just like this little cotton ball. And then they're like, when they try to eat their food, it's a dwarf hamster. A dwarf hamster is just so adorable. You have to go to a pet store and see a dwarf hamster. Coffee or tea? Tea. In my little Minnie Mouse. This is my favorite cup. This is one of my favorite cups. I have the Mickey Mouse too. But Minnie Mouse all sketched out and talking about her reactions and stuff. And it has her name. I don't know if you can see on the inside. I love mugs. I love mugs. That's a did not know fact, or what is it? Did you know? The NBC, the more you know. Sports played. Dance. Dance is a sport. Because I mean, you gain muscle, it's flexibility, it's a sport. And anyone that discredits dance, you know what? You need to get your life together. But dance is a sport. Thank you. I did dance throughout school, college, and high school. Well, not throughout college because the dance team dismembered. That's a story time for a whole nother day. But yeah, dance, that's about it. I used to play kickball when I was younger. Does that count? Kickball? No? All right. My favorite book. Oh, that one's hard. That one's hard. I read a lot. I haven't read a lot recently, but I've always read a lot, and I'm trying to get back into reading and getting back into it. So my favorite book, wait a minute. These are some books that would come off the top of my head to read. I'm pretty sure there's another, but this is what it is right now. First, A Belle in Brooklyn by Demetria Lucas. She's off of Blood, Sweat, and Heels. If you remember that off of, Bravo, Blood, Sweat, and Heels. I love this book. Now the second one I haven't read. I heard it's okay, but this one is a really, really good book. I saw a lot of myself in this. I love her. I love following her Instagram and everything. I met her one time and I about died, but not died, but you know, I love Demetria. I need to meet her again. But this is a good book, A Belle in Brooklyn. Jennifer Cruzy, Faking It. This is a good book as well. It kind of puts me in the mind of, and you see I've had it forever. I think I've had it since the beginning of college. You can see it's torn here and everything. But this is a good book. I can't remember how I came across it. She has another good book that I've read. I don't know how good you can see this. It's not wanting, the lighting is really bad. But yeah, this one's called The Liar, the Bitch, and the Wardrobe. This was a good book too. I read this a while ago. It's by Allie Kingsley. I haven't read anything else by her, but it's a really good book and I really enjoyed that one. Also, just for young adults, but even then I still go back and read the book, the Sweep novels. Oh my gosh, the Sweep series was so good. It's really good, and I will say that probably is. I would say that's my favorite book series, and I say that because I've read all 15 books 3 times. On my Kindle, most of the books on here, this whole section are the Sweep books, and I have, I think I have most of them on here, but I have 3 to myself. I have 3 paperback books of them, and they're by Kate Tiernan. I hope I pronounced her name right. I'll link the books down below. I know it said favorite book, but I necessarily do not have a favorite book. But the Sweep series, I read them in 8th grade. I read them twice in college, because some books just stick out to you, and the series did, and it was just like, hey, whatever happened to that series, let me read them again. And especially when you read books in a sense to where, because these were older books, I would say they were high school like books, they're young adult books, and I came back reading them because, again, you just never know what you read when you were younger may have different meaning, or you may have missed some things the first time because, you know, you may have been a little young to understand or anything like that. So that's basically what happened. And reading it in different stages of my life, I think high school was one. So middle school, high school, and then college, reading the books again, they were good. They're good books. Of course, you know, you got some things that lag in the middle, as with any kind of series, you may have a little lagging or something in between, but they're really good. And again, I'll link everything down below. That went to a whole nother thing. If you want me to do a book, review on books that I've read or anything like that, I'll be happy to do so because I love books. What was the last book that you read? Last book that I read, I'm reading it now still, and I mentioned this in my last video. Wendy's Got the Heat, Wendy Williams autobiography. It's good so far. It's interesting. I like to hear people's stories. My main thing of saying is someone's testimony is someone else's healing. So the reason I even have this book, and ignore the library staple, I bought it off of Amazon. Yeah, I think I bought this off of Amazon, so I guess it came out of a library. But I'm halfway through the book. The reason I bought that book is because I used to be in radio, and I'm still, if I was back in radio, I would pick up being passionate about it. I do love radio. I've even thought about starting my own podcast, but that's another thought. But anyway, I love to be inspired by people regardless of who they are. To be inspired about what they did and what their struggle was to get to where they were, or get to where they are today. Favorite movie? Yeah, I watched so many. Favorite movie? It's my favorite Disney movie because I do love Disney. I love me some Disney. My favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast. That's number one. The cartoon, not the human remake. I do not like the human remake. Next, I would say, I guess, like, if it's something I can watch over and over again, it would either be Ali with Will Smith. I love Ali. It's one of my favorite stories. It would be Ali or Heathers, the cult classic. Before there was Mean Girls, there was Heathers, okay? Heathers with Winona Ryder, Shannon Doherty. I think it's a TV show now. I haven't seen it. I don't know if I want to, but yeah. Heathers and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I can sit there and watch that all day long. Who Framed Roger Rabbit can be on loop. So maybe that's my favorite movie. That's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's my favorite movie. Ideal first date. A picnic. I like simple stuff. Yes, every once in a while I'm like, and I think that's just the story of what you see. Yeah, I want to get dressed up in a nice dress and some nice heels and go out to a nice place to eat. But at the end of the day, I'm going to end up at Checkers. Or I'm gonna end up at Five Guys, a smash burger, something like that. Like, cause I like neat. I'm a girl that like neat, okay? My ideal date, he decides a picnic and he already has blankets and stuff ready, but we get food together. Go to Publix or Kroger, get some fruit, get some little dip snacks or whatever. Shoot, probably go through fast food and get fast food on the way. Go to Popeyes, get a 2-piece biscuit. Go to Subway, get me a sub, something like that. And I'm making myself hungry. I need to stop. Again, fasting. But, you know, something like that, and just chill out and talk. Favorite TV show. At the moment, it's between Steven Universe. Don't judge me. I love Steven Universe and the Crystal Gems. Steven Universe, Atlanta, and Scandal. Those would have to be my favorite TV shows at the moment. Let me take all that back. Desperate Housewives is my favorite TV show. I can literally sit here and watch the seasons again, and they're on Hulu. And I went through them once. I can go through them again. Like, I watched it when it was on TV. Then I caught up a little bit in high school. Because, yeah, it ended when I was in college. I caught up in college more so with Desperate Housewives. And then I watched it again when I found out it was on Hulu, like, last year. I can sit and look at Desperate Housewives like it ain't nothing. So, there you go. My zodiac sign, I'm a Scorpio. October 29th, I'm a Scorpio. My birthday twin is Tracy Ellis Ross. Hey! How old are you? I am 27. My favorite quote, Jeremiah 29:11. That's my favorite quote. Of course, you saw it on the back of the t-shirt, but yeah, that's my favorite quote. Why did you start YouTube? I started YouTube because at first I just wanted to do things that I liked in the beginning, because I do have older videos. I just did things that interest me, which was beauty at the time I was in college. But now, getting older I noticed there's a lot in the beauty community, there's a lot in hair community and things like that, but there's not a lot in inspiration, there's not a lot in motivation, there's not a lot of trials and tribulations you kind of see some people go through and things like that, especially when it comes to acting. And of course, me being, I've always been in theater. Theater has always been my base in life. Like, that was always my second home, was the stage. Now me moving to Atlanta and trying to get into film and television, it's a whole nother story. And I'm trying to learn this industry just like anybody else that would move out here. So that's what made me pick up my YouTube channel again, is because I want this to be a journey that we go on together. But not just that, it's my journey, so it's part of my life. So it's not just the only thing that's on here, like this tag or anything like that. And I may do some things with weight loss or food or something like that, just, you know. But my main reason was, you know, for motivation and, you know, things like that. So, favorite food. Pizza. I love pizza. If it's not pizza, then it's sushi. But it's one of the two. And I get so good to the point with pizza, I end up making pizza at home. Like, I'll go get some pre-made dough at Publix and then get everything that I need and make my own pizzas at home. That way, because I get 4 pizzas depending on how big, but I can get 4 personal bigger pizzas out of that than, you know, me keep going to spend $5 at Pizza Hut to get a personal pan or something like that. So I love pizza. Last question, place you want to visit. I want to visit Greece. I want to visit Greece. So I've been to Paris, I've been to London. I want to go back to Paris and London, but Greece, just something about Greece that I have to get to. So guys, that was the Get to Know Me challenge, or Get to Know Me and the TMI tag. I hope you enjoyed knowing more about me. I hope this is not too long. I'm trying to shorten it down because I realize I did talk a lot, but I talk a lot too. So again, if you want to know anything or anything that you want to talk about or want me to talk about, if you want me to do a book review or a book video, leave a comment down below. Thumbs up this video. Don't forget to subscribe. If you all want me to do anything else towards acting, just let me know. I'm more than happy, again, to do anything that I have recently learned. Again, if you want a shirt, look down in the description bar below and you'll find all the information there. I'll probably even put a link somewhere in the video. But yeah, we're done. We're done. I'm back on my fast. I'm about to edit this video and the other video and drink tea and water. Happy days, guys. Happy days.